everyone, I'm Chef Vivien Cunha, and we are here at the Pier Room at Lazy Acres Natural Market in Hermosa Beach, California. I'm very happy to be with you today. We're going to make a kale and walnut salad. It's a very fall salad, very colorful, packed with protein, and is one meal. It's a salad with roasted butternut squash and walnuts and artichoke hearts. So let's go through all the ingredients. All the ingredients today, you scroll up on top of the comments. All the ingredients are listed there. And I'm going to introduce you the ingredients slowly. I'm washing my hands. I already washed my hands. And let's start. So we're going to need kale. Kale is an amazing green leaf vegetable. It has a lot of iron. It has a lot of antioxidants. Kale is a superfood. It's a delicious, crispy. And then we're going to have butternut squash. So I got these petite ones here because the store had, they call honey butternut squash. Really great. We're going to need 1 green apple, 1 can of garbanzo beans or chickpeas. They are the same thing. So you drain them and rinse them very well, garbanzo beans. We have tahini, which is sesame paste. We have walnuts, raw walnuts. We're going to need maple syrup, coconut oil, olive oil, grapeseed oil, smoked paprika, and garlic powder, and also 3 lemons. It's going to be part of our dressing. So let's start. First, what I'm going to do is that we're going to make the caramelized walnuts. It's really simple. Here I have 2 cups of raw walnuts. Then I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of coconut oil, melted coconut oil, a little bit of sea salt, a pinch of sea salt, and then we're going to add 2 tablespoons of maple syrup, organic maple syrup, the good kind, organic and the real thing. So 2 tablespoons. We're going to preheat our oven for 350 degrees. We're going to mix all these ingredients together. So again, I have 2 cups of walnuts here, 2 tablespoons of coconut oil melted, and 2 tablespoons of maple syrup. So we're going to need a cooking sheet like that lined with parchment paper. And I'm going to place these walnuts right here in a baking sheet. The oven is preheated at 350. So we're going to bake it for 15 minutes. We're going to put in the oven at 350, preheated oven for 15 minutes. Perfect, perfect. Next, we are going to chop our butternut squash. So I got this petite butternut squash in the store. It's called honey butternut squash. They have a vibrant orange color and it's a little sweeter than butternut squash. But butternut squash work perfectly here too. So I have the butternut squash. So I'm going to peel it and remove the seeds. Just like that. You cut the 2 sides, and then we peel the butternut squash. Be very careful because it's very slippery. So you hold it and just remove the peel right like that. And butternut squash is an amazing vegetable. It has a lot of antioxidants and low in carbohydrates. So it's a great substitute for potatoes. And it has the potato texture. When you roast it, it has that little crunchiness. It's very filling. So we're going to be adding the roasted butternut squash on top of our salad. It's going to be very, very packed with everything. Butternut squash, garbanzo beans, and artichoke hearts, walnuts. So it's a super protein-packed salad. Also in the dressing, we have tahini, which is sesame paste, which has a lot of protein too. So once I peel it, I'm going to cut it in half. And I'm going to remove the seeds. We don't want the seeds. So with a spoon, you just scoop it out the seeds, just like that. And it comes right off. See? Comes right off. Removing the seeds. Or here in the store, we have already pre-cut butternut squash. Lazy Acres make it really, really easy. We have pre-cut butternut squash. That's going to speed up your dinner if you'd rather do that. But I have to show you guys how to do it fresh. So you chop it like that. And then we cut in small little pieces, just like that. And the other. This butternut squash, called the honey butternut squash, has a lot of flavor. It's called honey because it has a sweeter flavor to it. Here I have one already pre-chopped, and I'm using 2 honey butternut squashes, like so. You wipe my hands, wipe my board. So to that, we're gonna add 1 tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil, and this one is from Lazy Acres. It's a really good quality extra virgin olive oil. We're gonna be adding a pinch of sea salt. We're gonna be adding some half teaspoon of garlic powder and smoked paprika, because I love smoked paprika. Also half a teaspoon of smoked paprika, just like that. And some pepper to make it a little spicy if you choose to. Then you can add as much pepper as you want and be spicy or mild. We're gonna mix that with a spoon. Make sure the butternut squash is well coated. And then we're gonna need another baking sheet lined with parchment paper as well. And I'm gonna splash a little bit of olive oil in the baking sheet, spread with my fingers like that, so the vegetables don't stick. So we do that. Or you can do spray olive oil, you can do that as well. So here I have my beautiful honey butternut squash, and I'm gonna put in half of the bowl, like that. And I'll show you guys why. So here we have our garbanzo beans, have been drained and rinsed, organic garbanzo beans. So I'm gonna put the garbanzo beans in the same bowl, add a splash of olive oil, a little sea salt, and some pepper. Love pepper, fresh ground pepper. And we are going to mix it really well, so we don't have to make 2 pans dirty. I'm just gonna put side by side. I'm gonna roast them together. So that's done. And we're gonna place this in an oven preheated for 400 degrees. 400 degrees. Remember, the walnuts is at 350, and the butternut squash with the garbanzo beans are 400 degrees. So I'm gonna put it right here. Okay, next we're gonna chop our kale. Let's talk about our kale. Let me just clean my knife. So kale became very popular in the last years or so. Like, if you think about it, 8 years ago, we didn't have kale. We didn't know what kale was. I grew up in Brazil, so I'm Brazilian. So green, dark leaf vegetables are really popular there. We did have kale when I grew up. As a collard greens, in Brazil we eat a lot of collard greens. So when you buy the kale in a bag, they use the stem, which is this. I'm gonna remove for this salad because I want the salad to be just the leaves. So I'm gonna cut another one so you guys can see. Just go with the knife, run the knife through the stem, and just remove the hard part of the kale. It makes the salad more refined. So you can do that. I have a hard time when I buy pre-chopped kale and you have the stem, because I just don't like that. I like my salad to be smooth and just the leaves. So we're gonna have a refined kale, butternut squash, and walnut salad. A little bit of the stem, if it's slim, you can leave it, but the majority, I take it out. I want my salad to be just the leaves. And this kale, when you go to the store, you can find many kinds of kales. The curly kale, this is the flat leaf kale. I like it better because it's my preference, But the curly kale, it works just as amazing as well. So it's your choice, curly kale, flat leaf kale, whatever you want. It's like having flat hair, curly hair, whatever you want. So I'm just gonna roughly slice the kale. I'm gonna put everything together like that. And I'm just gonna thinly slice my kale. Just like that. And we're gonna need a bowl to toss our salad. So keep in mind, we need a large bowl as well. I'm just chopping the kale. Look how beautiful the dark leaf green vegetables. Love it. So I have a bowl right here, and I'm gonna put my kale right in a bowl to be ready to be tossed as soon as the other ingredients are ready. So I'm gonna put my kale aside. Now we're gonna concentrate on our dressing. So dressing is everything. So this dressing is really delicious. So we're gonna need a blender. I have my blender right here. Let me check my walnuts. It's getting there. And let's talk about our dressing. So we're gonna need 3 lemons. So I have 3 lemons right here. Salt, pepper, grapeseed oil, maple syrup, and tahini, which is sesame paste. It gives that creamy Mediterranean taste to our salad, to our dressing. So let's start with that. So I have the top. If you don't have a blender, you can do that with your hand and a little whisk. So first of all, I'm going to do the lemon juice. So I had a small colander, which I'm going to put right here on top. And I'm going to cut our lemons and juice right in the blender so we don't make anything dirty anymore. Really simple. So how I like to do it, I like to take a fork and just squeeze the juice inside the colander so we don't have any seeds in our blender. Seeds will just give a bitterness to our dressing. So I say 3 lemons. Some lemons are juicier than others. So that's what I say 3. If you want to use a lemon squeezer, you can do that too. But this is just as simple. I've been doing that for years. When I have to do a lot of lemon juice, then I use my machine. Because this can be tiring if you have a lot of lemons and a lot of oranges to do. So, one more. And you can buy the lemon juice already done too, if you prefer. But it never tastes the same. It's always best fresh. Last one. Perfect. Be careful not to splash in your eyes when you're doing that. Okay. Now, let's put the tahini. So we're going to need 1 tablespoon of tahini. Let's remove our colander and put our tahini right here. 1 tablespoon of tahini. We're going to need 1/4 cup of grapeseed oil. 1/4 cup. Grapeseed oil has a really mild flavor, so it's perfect for salads because it doesn't have an intense flavor. Let me just check my walnuts. Oh, they're beautiful. Perfect, perfect. Beautiful color, exactly what I wanted. And now we're going to add 3 tablespoons of maple syrup. 2, 3. Sea salt, like 1/4 of the teaspoon of sea salt. Better to put a little bit and then taste it. Some pepper, nice fresh ground pepper. And now we blend. So we need the top. We need the top. Little noisy. Perfect. Now we're gonna taste. How does this beautiful dressing taste like? So, you get a little tasting spoon. Yum, yum. Yum, yum. Delicious. It's a little sweet, a little nutty. It's creamy. So, it's a great creamy dressing for the kale. It's a very delicious dressing. So I have, and I'm going to put my dressing in a little bowl, remove it. See, it has a creamy consistency. It's almost like a creamy dressing. I need a spoon to remove the dressing. So I'm going to put the dressing right here. See how simple this is? This is a full dinner. You need nothing else. This salad, it has warm roasted vegetables and garbanzo beans and walnuts, caramelized walnuts, and also artichoke. So it's a full salad. You need nothing else. That is your dinner, and it's very, very festive to eat. You can serve it in the holidays too. That would be great because you have the holiday colors. So here we have our green leaf vegetables, our kale. Look how beautiful our caramelized walnuts come about. Let me just grab it here so you guys can see. They have a beautiful roasted caramelized color to it. It takes only 15 minutes. Now you know how to caramelize your walnuts. You can do that with pecans. You can do that with almonds. Every nut you want, and that's how easy it is to make a healthy caramelization to your nuts. So I'm going to, since it takes about 30 minutes for our butternut squash and our garbanzo beans to roast, I pre-roasted some. So here it is. When you take it off the oven, that's how it looks like. So you have a beautiful color on the vegetable, and the garbanzo beans become almost like crunchy. It has a crunchy consistency, which is great. I love it. And I'm going to need a plate to serve our beautiful salad. So I have a plate. Make sure I have everything together to show you guys how to put together the salad. So we have our artichoke hearts that I quartered it. They are packed in water, drained it, and it's extremely healthy for you, artichoke hearts as well. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to add some of this dressing to our salad, like that. Then I'm going to toss it with a pair of tongs. So it's a very delicious, creamy dressing. Mediterranean creamy dressing. I like it to really toss it really well. So all the lettuce are coated with this delicious creamy dressing. I also like to add a little splash of sea salt to make sure the leaves are very well coated with sea salt as well. So we have it about ready here. I'm going to put the green leaf right on the center of the plate. This recipe serves two. So I guess I'll make two so you guys can see. I need another plate. I'm going to put it over here in the middle. Dinner for two. Healthy dinner for two. That's what I eat at home. I like super healthy things. I like to eat very simple in my house. So we're going to decorate with artichoke hearts around the plate. And when I decorate, I always like to put 5 elements. Like if I'm using any garnish, I like to decorate with 5 artichoke hearts or 5, whatever you're using. It just makes the plate appealing to your eyes. So I have 5. Then I'm going to add some beautiful roasted butternut squash on top. Look how pretty. Such a healthy dinner. That's how chefs eat at home. Some garbanzo. Garbanzo. Let's finish and make this a very packed, delicious dinner. I like to eat like that at home. I love garbanzo beans. They have so much protein. A cup of garbanzo beans have 22 grams of protein. So for plant-based folks, garbanzo beans is a bean that is so easy on the digestion and so healthy for you. Look how pretty this looks. Now last we're gonna add our caramelized walnuts. Look how pretty these walnuts are. The color came out amazing and it smells so good here too. Look at that. A salad packed with protein. And these caramelized walnuts, they will last. So you just put in a tight container and they will last for a long time too. And this is pretty much it. We have an extra dressing here. I always leave a little bit of the dressing for you to add extra if you want. If you want to just drizzle a little bit of the dressing. I always like to have extra dressing right before I serve, to have this creamy, delicious dressing, because the dressing is packed with a lot of protein too. Look at that. That's it. Look what a delicious dinner, a fall delicious dinner, a holiday delicious dinner is one dish and it looks amazing. I hope you enjoyed the salad. I hope you make the salad and take a photograph and tag us on our Instagram account. And also we have a YouTube channel. So please subscribe to our channel so you're going to be able to see all these recipes. So I hope you have a wonderful evening. Enjoy your dinner. And I'm Chef Vivien Cunha, and we did the kale and walnut salad. Bye, guys.